Hello! Welcome to the channel, and today we have the second of the 75 power level games. Nothing has changed in either army except the Gene Stealers have a relic, so we'll talk about that in a second. Just in case you're joining us partway through the Crusade, do jump right back to episode 1, where we start from 25 power level and build up from there. But we'll have a quick go through the armies. Got some shenanigans to play with today. We'll show what that looks like. Let's have a look at the army. Start with the Emperor's true finest, the Black Templars. So we've got a 9-man squad of Crusaders. Still 9-man because I can't find man number 10. It's really frustrating. I don't know why I keep doing that at the moment. We have 2 5-man squads of Assault Intercessors, Blade Guard Veterans, Eradicators, 5-man squad of Terminator at the back. My converted Emperor's Champion. Still working on a few details, but he's good to go. Decimus, Chaplain Decimus is here as ever, and we have a Redemptor Dread and the Repulsor, who is probably going to be throwing up the Blade Guard Vets and the Eradicators riding along inside today, just for some real hard counterpunch should you decide to get in combat with him again. Let's have a look at the Tyranids. Look at them all neatly lined up.
So we have 10 Hormigants. We have 2 squads of 5 Gene Stealers. We have the 10 squad of Gene Stealers who do now have a relic, which means they can be set up on the first turn 9 inches away. I think it's the first turn.
So listen.
Yes.
So essentially, any Necron players out there, they have the Veil of Darkness, so they can teleport across the battlefield.
They essentially have a teleportation belt.
Yes. So one of them has picked up an item. I mean, it makes sense for Gene Stealers because they're a lot more sentient than the rest. They picked up a nice bit of tech from the last game. So that is very opens me up much closer to a first turn charge from Gene Stealers, or him grabbing some objectives down my end. Anyway, so we have a look at
3 Tyranid Warriors, 1 with Venom Cannon, 2 with Death Spitters, 2 with Bone Swords, 1 with Bone Sword Lash Whip. We have a Tyranid Prime with Death Spitter and double Bone Swords. We have the 3 Hive Guard who now have their own relic due to leveling up.
They have a pistol. I'm not
worried. They have a close combat pistol. They have a
pistol.
They have a pistol that shoots lasers. It's the Xenotech laser gun. Then we have the Exocrine with his laurels. We have the Brood Lord.
What psychic powers is he taking?
He is going to be taking Smite and Catalyst.
Smite and Catalyst.
Then we have the Carnifexes, Carn and Fex. They still miss their sister E. Yes, I'm never giving up on that. So they have Spore Cysts, Tusks, Scything Talons, Bone Mace, Chitin Thorns.
We need to remember
sacks.
how effective the Bone Mace was last game.
Yeah.
So I'm not very happy about that. And we have Flying Hive Tyrant with massive Scything Talons. What psychic powers is he bringing to the table today?
Don't forget his relic though, Mastercrafted Armour. Yes, and he is going to be taking Smite, Psychic Scream and the Horror. Because I want to scare your tank.
Good for you.
I like scaring random things that make absolutely no sense to be scared.
Well, you're horrifying the crew, not the vehicle itself.
Nah, I'm scaring the actual vehicle.
Okay, let's have a look at the mission and the twist we're putting it on today, and then we'll get set up. So from the main rulebook, we are playing Supplies from Above. This is an interesting one because at the start of each battle round, the objective markers move. So one person rolls 2 dice in the middle, and hang on. So you use them as a dice, as the arrow, and then they all move D3 plus 3 in the direction shown by the arrow. So you could have yourself set up ready to hold on to something and then find that it's moved off and you have to get closer, which is a bit of a pain. Objective markers can be moved over models, objective markers and terrain features, but they cannot end the move on top of models or objective markers. They cannot leave the battlefield. If they would, reduce the distance they are moved by the minimum amount necessary. So again, 5 points. Hang on. Here we go. So there's 10 victory points for controlling 1 or more objective markers, 2 or more objective markers than the opponent. Cannot score that in the first battle round. We are using the Flashpoint Octarius from issue 467 of White Dwarf. So we are just going to use the Theatre of War. So we will be in the ice fields of our own planet. Okay, so what we have here, ice flows. Each time a unit advances or charges, for each dice result of 1 or a 2, that unit suffers a mortal wound. Not great for either of us, because we both like to run forward and beat on each other. Swirling Ice Storm. Each time a ranged attack is made, if the attacker is more than 24 inches from the target, a hit roll of 1 to 4 fails, irrespective of any abilities the weapon or the model making the attack may have. So that does mean his X-Crine and Hive Guard need to get a bit closer, or just try the luck and hitting off those.
Probably just trying their luck. They don't. I don't want to lose more attacks with the Exocrine, and the Hive Guard are happy to sit.
Okay. The other thing we're doing is devastating avalanches. So once we're set up, whoever's taking the first turn will randomly determine one battlefield edge. So we're setting up from here. We got either edge, and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the other way around. We'll decide in a minute. And that is where the avalanche is coming from. So at the start of the second battle round, all units, excluding units that can fly, in Avalanche Zone 1 suffer D6 mortal wounds. To the end of the battle, units excluding aircraft units in the Avalanche Zone gain the benefits of light cover and heavy cover. Units at the end of the battle, until the end of the battle, every part of the battlefield, Avalanche Zone 1 has a difficult ground terrain trait. So it's -2 to movement and charges and such. Start of the third battle round, all units, excluding units that can fly, in the Avalanche Zone, Zone 1 and 2 suffer D3 mortal wounds. Till the end of the battle, units, except for aircraft, will then get light cover and heavy cover, and it's difficult terrain. Fourth battle round, it's just 1 mortal wound in 1, 2 and 3, and then heavy cover, light cover, difficult terrain, and it just works its way across. So, and the best bit is, if all the objective markers move towards the avalanche, we kind of have no choice but to go in there.
But I have a Hive Tyrant. He's the only guy who's safe from it. And
that's fine.
All of our armies, only the Hive Tyrant is safe.
Yep, because tank hovers, doesn't have fly. We're going to get set up. We've already rolled off for attacker defender. Tyranids defending, so he'll be choosing and setting on his first unit. We'll show what that looks like, and then we'll roll off to see who goes first. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set up. I've got the Terminators deep striking in, the Eradicators and Blade Guard vets in the Repulsor, so we are ready to do some surprise moves. Speaking of which, we've got the Repulsor here. He is currently sat on an objective marker, but that may very well move. Emperor's Champ, Assault Intercessors, Crusader Squad, Decimus, Dread, and the other Assault Intercessor Squad. If I come over here, so we have the squad of 10 Gene Stealers who can teleport, so they're probably not going to stay there very long. Khan and Fex ready to rush up. Hive Guard being cowards as usual. Warriors with their prime holding that middle objective. Broodlord, Gene Stealers, Hormigants, and then we've got some heavy hitters here. He's up closer than he normally would be, but he needs that reduced range to really get stuck in. So we're going to roll off now, see who goes first. Whoever rolls highest goes first.
Okay.
We rolled the same. Let's try that again.
Yes!
Okay, so before we do anything else, it will be Tyranid turn 1. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll the dice. The avalanche starts to this end. First 8 inches. Did you keep your guys out of 8 inches of the edge?
I don't know. So the edge is there. So, slightly back.
Hang on, we'll just quickly measure something up. So, we've checked out, so the avalanche is coming from this direction, but neither of us put anyone within 8 inches. So that initial isn't so bad. But that's really going to start to affect the Tyranids from battle round 2. But here we go. Battle round 1. What am I doing with my hand? Battle round 1, Tyranid turn 1. We'll come back after they've moved. Moving objective markers. Grab 2 dice, Jack. Roll them in the middle.
And 5.
So they're going this way. So it's D3. Grab another dice. Where's all the dice? We haven't got the dice out yet. Go get the dice. Hang on. Do this one first. Roll for that one. So that's going to move 5 inches this way. There it is. Now roll for the one over here. That's moving 6 inches this way. Got stopped by the stairs. Now that one is going to go...
dice roll.
5 inches that way. Closer to me, I love it. Okay, now roll for the one underneath the repulsor. The best bit is where everyone's bunched up, because it would be going 5 inches. Oh no, it can. Damn it. So it's going to go over here. Drops over here. That's still closer to me, that's fine. And he can go back to where he was. And this one is going to go just the other side here, so I'll move that a second. And then this one.
How many is it that time?
So that's 4 inches, so it's just going to go the other side here. Excellent. And that one's in there. Cool. So that's that bit done, and now we'll get the Tyranids moved. That was hilarious. So he advanced and rolled a 1, so suffered a mortal wound. They advanced and rolled a 1, so they suffered a mortal wound. They advanced and rolled a 1, so suffered a mortal wound. And they advanced and rolled a 1, so they suffered a mortal wound.
I have 3 guys dead before I've even attacked anything.
Yeah, it's good fun. So the teleporter squad have stayed still. Carnifexes have both rushed up. So he's on that objective, but we'll see if it stays there. But we score them at the end of the next battle round, so you kind of got to chase it down. Hive Tyrant's flown up. I'm guessing he's going to try some... He hasn't got far enough charge, has he?
I don't think so.
No, 12-inch charge. That's not 12 inches. But he's there. He can at least throw some smites out. Warriors stayed still with the prime. X-Crime stayed still, of course. Everything else rushed up. Broodlords here. As we move into... Trying to drop heavy stuff on your feet, you ridiculous child. As we move into the psychic phase. Starting with the Hive Tyrant doing smite. We'll be hitting the repulsor.
9.
So that goes off.
Yep. D3. 3! Hey.
3, 5 up, feel no pains, because Black Templars. So 1 goes through. Mark that up in a second.
I'm going to horrify it, the big tank thingamadoo.
Uh-huh.
It works.
I'm going to spend a command point. Actually, let me just quickly check if Decimus is close enough. Decimus, epitome of piety. No, that doesn't go off, but ooh, on a 4 up, I'm going to spend the command point to stop the horrify. It is denied.
Okay, Psychic Scream. It's successful.
Goes off.
D3.
For 1, 5 up, feel no pain. This is on the tank. Nothing. So he smote it, did 1.
Screamed at it.
Screamed at it, did 1, so he's taken 2, but it's not horrified. So he is ready to face his own shooting phase without any minuses. Woo! Kill the Hive Tyrant.
No.
Kill the Hive Tyrant.
No.
Then watch the rest of the army collapse.
No.
It's a linchpin. Right, that is the end, unless...
Nope.
Catalyst?
Yep, Catalyst. Don't try and stop my catalyzer.
Oh, here we go.
And it goes off.
Yep, who's catalysed?
The squad of Gene Stealers right there.
The 4-man squad of Gene Stealers is your high priority unit to catalyse. Cool, done.
Yes.
As we move into the shooting phase. Alright, so the X-Crine's shooting at the repulsor. He's within 24 inches, so he can hit on 3s, and we'll just get that rolled.
But it's 5 and 6s because of rain. Oh, wait,
He's
no.
within 24 inches, so he can hit on 3. I mean, if you want to hit on 5... Wow, that was awful anyway. So he's doing both volleys into him, just because it's easy to get it all done at once. So that is 6 hits, wounding on 4s.
What are you saying about being awful?
Here we go, 5 up saves. So 3 go through, so that's another 6 damage. Oof. Okay, so he's taken 8. Alright,
Okay.
and now we'll go to the Hive Guard. So the Hive Guard, all the way over there, are in range to shoot the repulsor, but the blizzard is in their way. So they will be hitting on 5s at best.
Sadly, their lack of need for sight doesn't negate that.
Nope, it does not. It specifically says. So let's have a look. Wow, it's still 3 hits. Wounding on 4s.
Even with extra minus AP and extra strength.
What's their strength?
Base strength. Oh,
We'll come back. So Crusade upgrade, they're actually strength 9, so winning on 3s.
Yep.
So 1 wound at AP minus 3.
Yep, because of the extra AP minus.
And I save it.
No.
So he's still going. Excellent. Right. That is it for shooting. The warriors cannot see anything. There's no charges to be done. So I believe that's the end of your turn. Is that right, Jack?
Yes.
Excellent. As we move into Black Templars, turn 1, and let's see how much damage I can do in the first turn. Right. So the Eradicators have jumped out. The Blade Guard Vets have jumped out, and the Emperor's Champion has run forward, spent the command point on Emperor's Will. We're going to see what we can do about that. Hive Tyrant and the Exocrine, depending on who these guys are going to shoot at. These guys just moved up, holding the objective here with Decimus, who's put Epitome of Piety. No, he has Epitome of Piety, but he has put on them the Black Templar specific chaplain thing, which gives him a 5-up, feel no pain in general. And the the Dreadnought wants to smash some Carnifexes. So we'll see what happens with that as we move into the shooting phase, because we are not weaklings who need psychic scumbaggery. So we're going to start with the Blade Guard Vets. Just going to put some pistols into the Hive Tyrant. So here, I'll roll it over here. Here's 2 heavy bolt pistols from them. 2 hits, 1 wound, 1 save at AP -1. So 1 3-up save. He takes a wound. Neo Volkite pistol. Moved him slightly. 1 hit. Does not wound. Bolt pistol from the Emperor's Champ, because why not? Missed. He wants to get into combat with him. We're going to move over to the Repulsor, putting everything into the Hive Tyrant. So let's start with the Twin Lads. We're hitting on 4s now, because I am bracketed. That's 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Wound, so 1 4-up invulnerable save, please. Excellent. Do you want to command point that? It's D6 damage, or do you want to just take it? So roll it. Excellent. So that is 3 more damage. And now we go on to all the other guns. So we're going to start with the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. 12 shots from the big gun. Hitting on 4s because I'm bracketed. That was really good. So 9 hit. Wounding on 5s. Okay, so that was a 5. I picked it up. So that's 6 saves at AP -2 because I'm in the Devastator Doctrine. So 6 4-ups. Wow, he takes another 4 wounds. And now just the normal Gatling cannon. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s. Another 2 at AP -2. That's another wound. Just gradually wearing him down. Here comes the heavy stubber.
Yep.
So 1 more save at -2. He's fine. Crack Storm grenade launchers. Stop laughing at that. 1 hit. Does not wound. And let's see how many shots from the Frag Storm. So 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we go. So 20 shots hitting on 4s. Not great. Only 6 hits winning on 5s. 2 2-up saves, Jack, because that has no AP. He's okay on 3 wounds left. That was quite the amount of firepower went into him there, wasn't it?
I hope the Emperor Champion dies in the fiery pits of hell with my Gordon's hand.
Ooh, that was very specific. Okay, so the Eradicators, I'm going to put all 6 of their shots into the Exocrine, because why not? Hitting on 3s. 5 hits. Toughness of Exocrine?
Exocrine toughness.
Codex.
Yep.
I'm going to roll and then we'll see if it matters.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8. So 4, and that goes straight through your armour, because they're AP -4, and that is 13 wounds. Does he have any sort of lash out, explodey type thing?
He has death breath.
Yeah.
If this mole was.
So roll the dice. On a 6, he's going to do some damage to your own people. No, never mind. Okay. That was very effective. Eradicators are ridiculous. 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 Your counterpunch needs to be painful to me. Right. we'll move on to the Redemptor Dread, who's going to put everything into that Carnifex. Because if I kill that, then it's going to have to force you to put something onto that objective. Which will either be the other Carnifex, which means then he'll get beaten up next turn, or waste the teleport on those Gene Stealers. Ba, 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 ba. You need the victory points. So let's get the dice together. So here is the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. I'm going to measure up the Heavy Flamer in a second.
Wait, do we get victory points from the first turn?
No.
Okay.
So I'm hitting on 4s because of Spore Cysts. 1 wound at AP -2. Oh, sorry, I knocked that. I would like you to roll that again. So that's cool. 2 Fragstorm Grenade Launchers, so 9 shots. 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, hitting on 4s. I'm going to roll it over here. That was much better, but this is even less likely to hurt. Oh, 3 3-ups. Takes a wound down to 6. Let's measure up the Heavy Flamer. By the way, if the Heavy Flamer is in range, that means I can try charge. D6 auto hits for 6. And, ooh. 1 save, Jack, at AP -1. Ooh. What's the toughness of a Carnifex? It's like 7, isn't it? Or is it 6?
I can't remember.
Okay, just roll. Takes another wound. That means he's actually got a 10-inch charge. Speaking of charges, we are done with shooting. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, the heavy bolter can't see anything. As we move into my favourite phase, the angry phase, we're going to start with the Emperor's Champion. He is declaring the Hive Tyrant. It is an 8-inch charge. That's 7. He's a Black Templar. That's a fail, and he takes a mortal wound. Because is that it? Yeah.
It sucks.
And
Yeah,
he takes a wound.
With the Emperor.
So he's down to that. The Blade Guard vets will have to do it. They're in.
Really sucks with the Emperor, doesn't it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Redemptor Dread into the Carnifex. Failed. Reroll because it's Black Templar. Still failed. Takes a mortal wound. Okay, that didn't go. I'll check out. I can't remember. That didn't go how I wanted it. Blade Guard vets need to show their worth as we move into the fight phase. Here we go. Blade Guard vets hit on 3s. Oh, that's lots of hits. Lots of hits. Only 3 misses, Jack. Winning on 5s. Oof. 5, 4 up invulnerable saves. Flat 2 damage apiece. He's down to 1 wound. He's down to...
Time to hit back! Isn't it? Is it not? I'm sorry.
Yes, time to fight back. Hitting on 4s. Thankfully you can reroll those 1s because it's massive scything talons. That's a miss.
Hey, all 3 of
Lots of 6s. Wounding on... Strength here?
Strength 6.
Wounding on 3s. Okay, so these 3, I'm going to do these first. 4 up invulnerable saves. So 2 of them die. I'm going to command point that one. Yeah, so 1 dies, and the other one, what's the AP on the tail?
0.
Then that's fine, that's a save. So 1 dies. And they will hold him up for a turn longer.
Wait, if that's a 4 and that's a 1, then it's AP -3 on the...
I have a 4 up invulnerable save.
Okay, you have an invulnerable save.
Oh.
Invulnerable save.
Big ass shield, bruv. Right, so that didn't go as I wanted. We're both scoring 20 victory points because we both got 2 or more objectives, but we don't hold more than the other. No, that was only turn 1. Neither of us scoring anything yet. So now we move into Tyranids turn 2, battle round 2, and we'll get the objective markers moved, and then we'll show you where they've got to. So the objective markers have all moved. They all went that way. So that's just popped out from under him. That's moved closer to them. That's moved over there. It's moved away from my guys, so I'm going to have to do some movement. The avalanche caused 2 mortal wounds to them, 1 to them. He was okay. Thanks to my Black Templars trait. He's down to 1 wound. 3 Hormigans died. Gene Stealer from that squad. Gene Stealer from the other squad. And a mortal wound to the Broodlord. Whew. The avalanche is well and truly causing problems. As we move into the movement phase for the Tyranids, let's see what they do. So the the Tyranids over here have gradually waded through the snow. None of them have advanced this time because they learned their lesson last turn. The Blade Guard vets are a bit out in the open because the Hive Tyrant's backed off. He's been healed. He's back up to 3 wounds. That could have gone a little bit better for Jack, but it hasn't. 2 Carnifexes have rocked up, so I think the Redemptor Dread's in a bit of bother here. And then the Gene Stealers here are holding on to the objective. So, do you have that objective in the middle there?
I believe so. How close do I have to be?
Within 3 inches of the edge of it.
Yes, just barely by that.
Okay. So yeah, we've adjusted him slightly because I know Jack meant to hold that objective. Okay, excellent. So psychic phase. Where would you like to start, my boy? Get the Hive Tyrant done?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
First, let's start with his smite.
Yep. That goes off. Decimus is going to try and stop that, so I need to get more than 8. He does not, so the...
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be down to 8 actually, because I forgot to mention a thing I did earlier, which was why I could do 3 psychic things with the...
Oh yeah. Right, D3 mortal wounds on the Blade Guard vets. For 2, 5 up, fear no pains. Alright, one's dead, one's down to 2 wounds, please. He is in trouble. They had their opportunity to shine, and now he stood in front of a horde. Should have killed that Hive Tyrant, but there we go. What's the next psychic power from the Hive Tyrant?
I'm going to do Psychic Scream.
Psychic Scream.
No point in doing the horror.
Yeah, it goes off. D3 mortal wounds again, for just the 1. And he's down to 1 wound. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Heavily wounded. It's seeing a horde. There's still a gun to shoot him.
Broodlord could smite him down.
Broodlord. Come on, Broodlord. First, I'm going to cast Catalyst on the Hive Tyrant because I'm in range. It goes off.
Yep.
Next, I cast Smite.
Okay, hang on. Doesn't count as a super smite.
It does.
No, you have to roll a natural 11. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, Internet. I've spent a command point, and on a 4-up, it does not go off. Doesn't go off. So, slightly academic. We would have checked otherwise to see if that was a super smite, but I think you have to roll a natural 11, not any bonuses. We'll check, but it still didn't go off. So he stands firm, and now he'll make you waste shots against him as we move into the shooting phase. Despot is into...
Yep.
Yeah, and Venom Cannon's going to go into him as well?
No, Venom Cannon's going to go into the big thing.
Okay, so hit on 4s because they're advanced, but they have the prime with them. So 2 hits, all wounding on 4s, nothing. D3 shots into the tank. How many shots? We got 1. Hit on 4s. This is true to form of the Warriors. They missed and didn't do anything at all.
Yep.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Hive Guard, where would they like to put their shots?
They are going to put their first shots into there.
So hitting on 5s.
Into the tank.
1 hit. That made such a difference. 1 wound. Goes through. D3 plus 3, isn't it?
D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 1. Oof. I made that much worse in my head. So he's down to 2.
Because that's 4 damage.
Yeah. I can math.
No, you can't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Grounded. Right. Would you like to spend 2 command points to shoot again?
Yes.
Because you forgot that last turn, didn't you?
Yes. And I'm not going to be shooting him though. I'm going to be shooting them.
Shooting them.
Them.
Got him. 2 hits. Winning on 3s because they are toughness 5. 1 goes through. They are in, or doesn't count as light cover. Oh no! Oh no, you can still negate that even though it says light and heavy cover. So first of all, AP minus.
AP minus 3 now.
1 dice. It's D3 plus 3, so minus 2.
It would have been a. Okay, so it would have been base 2.
Base 2. Okay, so that is the end of Tyranid shooting. So as we go into Well, I think for me it's the angry phase. For you, it's the food phase.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's just the eating phase.
It's just a phase I'm going through. It comes after the shooting phase.
It's the preparing my meals.
Yeah. So, where are you declaring first?
I'm going to declare with conflicts first.
Okay, excellent. Well, which one are you declaring with first? Well, I shall Overwatch with Dreadnought.
That's why I did the blue first.
Yes, well, let's get some dice together. Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. 1 hit. No wounds. How many shots from the frag storms? 8. How many hits? Oh wow, 4. That's good. Winning on 5s. No wounds. How many hits from the heavy flamer? 5. How many wounds? Oh, drop that one. 3 wounds at AP -1. Takes 2 wounds. And now roll his charge. Be hilarious if you fail and roll like double 1.
Don't jinx me.
Yeah, he's in. Hang on, we'll measure it because that might put him in the way of the other one. Right, so on a 4 up, he does a mortal wound. He does a mortal wound, and the Dreadnought takes a wound. And now the other one charges.
Yep.
He's in. And then on a 4 up, he does a mortal wound. He does not. So that's not a good place for the Dreadnought to be. And any charges over here?
Oh, yes. Gene Stealers first.
Yep.
So they pretty.
Yep, so they'll be in. And anything else? Okay, let's have a look. So they do take a mortal wound though.
Yeah.
Just roll a 1. So one Hormigant trips and impales himself. And the others get into combat. We'll get that moved up and we'll show you what's going on. Rejig that. They were slightly further away, but they actually, because they're in difficult ground, they only got 4 inches. They weren't that close, Jack. Okay, we haven't put them back exactly, but they failed their charge. So, where would you like to go first?
Gene Stealers.
Okay, so 6 attacks.
No, 9.
That's what I said. I just said it upside down. Roll it over here, please. Hitting on 3s. Lots of 1s. Wounding on 4s.
Wanting 6s.
3 wounds at AP -1, so that's 3 3-ups. He's fine. I will now pay 2 command points to interrupt over here. Puts me down to 4, but this is going to be hopefully totally worth it. And he will beat on the fully healthy Carnifex. This is the sort of damage output that I feel a Carnifex should be able to do. So hitting on 3s. Oh boy. Command point. 2 hits, good. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. 2 6-up saves, please, Jack. So both go through. So that's 6 damage already. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Smush. I could have, if I'd split those one. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right, your Carnifex attacks now.
Yeah, let's get to the Carnifex.
Oh, better get the tail die. There it is, the all-important tail.
No,
There it comes. It's for his bone mace, which Decimus has bad memories of. Saw it coming towards his face really fast. We'll quickly sort the dice out, we'll be right back. X is angry. Khan just died.
Yeah.
Here we go. Fighting back. Massive siding talons, so you can re-roll those 2. So that's 5 hits. What's your strength? Just roll the dice and then we'll see if it works
like
out.
6 probably, knowing how weak these guys seem to be.
Well, you don't need to check. We've got 4 wounds.
It was strength 6.
So these are 6-up saves. So that's, they're flat 3 each. So that's down to 5. And then what's the AP on the tail?
Tail is -1 strength 8 D3 damage.
Oh, goes through. Roll that if you get a... Okay, so he's down to 4 wounds.
Can I pay a command point to reroll that?
You can do, you still can't kill him.
Oh, then no.
To say whether or not it's worth that command point or not. Bloody printer's just going. That is it then. Oh no, wait. I can fight back.
Oh no.
5 attacks, because I got charged and I'm a Space Marine, y'all.
This is not allowed.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s, because I'm strength 5 with my sword. 3 5-up invulnerable saves.
Smiles and giggles.
That's the end of Tyranid turn 2. As we move on to Black Templars turn 2. That really annoyed me. Anyway, Black Templars turn 2. Indeed, Templar turn 2. So if I can get Jack off that objective, or off that objective, then I can start pulling away on victory points. I've got to move a couple of squads up just to make sure I'm on objectives. So I think what we're going to do is move the Eradicators up so they can see and shoot the Hive Tyrant, and start throwing everyone else forward to deal with what is gradually coming towards me. I'll show you what that looks like once I finish the movement. Right, so they've shuffled over as much as they can. They've got line of sight to the Hive Tyrant. Emperor's Champ advanced. Even with his reroll, he still managed to give himself a mortal wound, but he can still charge. Decimus is wounded up here. He's feeling like smashing something in the head with a big stick, and I'm holding on to 3 objectives as it stands. So what we're going to start with now is the shooting phase. We're going to put the 2 Eradicators into the Hive Tyrant. Just dice all over the place before I get better at tidying them up. So here's 4 shots, 3 hits, 2 wounds, 2 4-up invulnerable saves, please, Jack. Yeah, it wasn't an invitation to actually do that. 4 heavy bolt pistols in range of the Hormigants, hitting on 3s. Winning on 3s and AP -1, so that is 1 dead Hormigant. And bolt pistol from the Emperor's Champ, missed. Okay, I'm going to put Twin Las, heavy Gatling Cannon, and heavy Stubber. Basically anything that's actually in range is going into the Warriors. So here comes the Twin Las, hitting on 5s because I'm heavily bracketed, both missed. Onslaught Gatling Cannon, 12 shots. That's a lot of hits. That's cocked. Ooh. Lots of hits. Wounding on 3s. Jack, that is 7 5-up saves on your Warriors. 1, 2 Warriors dead. And heavy Stubber, nothing. Okay, that was definitely worth it. That was awesome. I wish I killed more Hormigants, then I would have targeted the Broodlord, but never mind. Dreadnought is going to shoot the Dudar, because he's a vehicle, he can shoot into combat. Let me just check his stats at this point. Onslaught Gatling Cannon, hitting on 5s. That's a ranged attack, so a -1 because of Spore Cyst, so 6 hits, so that all missed. Heavy Flamer. Can't use the grenade launchers because I'm in combat. Hits. 3 saves at -1 on your Carnifex. It's cocked, roll 1 again.
Oh
also, just roll 1 of these. Okay.
That was so annoying.
That was rather stress-inducing, wasn't it? Right.
Yes.
That is it for my shooting, unfortunately. So the Emperor's Champ is going to declare the Gene Stealers. Decimus is going to declare the Carnifex, and then we'll see what happens with those charges. So that was him first. He's going to come around here. I know he's probably going to get charged by the Broodlord, but there we go. Assault Intercessors into them as well. So yeah, they've made it, and Decimus into the Carnifex. Look at that. Let's get everyone moved in. Emperor's Champ into the Gene Stealers. 5 attacks as he charged. Or is it? They have base 5. 5 attacks. 6 attacks on the charge. 5 hits. 4. 5 of invulnerable saves. And that's the squad.
Plonk.
And these guys will then pile in and consolidate, putting themselves closer. A little bit of a block there. Excellent. Would you like to pay to interrupt?
Yes.
2 command points.
Okay, so that puts me from 6 to 4.
Okay, so bring it with the Carnifex.
Bring it. I'll bring it. So, has Decimus charged me?
Yeah.
Okay, this is for him.
I'd show it again. Yep.
Dreadnought, Decimus.
So Decimus first.
Yep.
3 hits. 1 wound. 4 invulnerable save, he's fine. And now you.
Well, technically that would have been...
Moved.
It would have been 3 wounds.
But it's still 1 save. Reroll the 1 because of massive siding talent, so 2 hits. Ooh, wounding on 5, so 1 wound at -3. Takes 3, down to 1. Decimus. Everything hits. Nothing wounds. Dreadnought. 1 hit. Command point. 1 wound. AP -3, so 1 6-up save. Does 4 wounds. Smashy, smashy.
Could he even have survived that?
No. Oh, if he could have done if he'd made that 6-up save.
Okay.
But, yeah. Okay, that is the end of the battle round. So that gives me 30 victory points to your 20.
Okay. That isn't too bad of a difference, to be fair.
It's still a good start. As we move into battle round 3, Tyranid turn 3. So the Hive Tyrant's jumped down. He's used the stratagem to heal him back up, so he's back up to 7. The Hormigants, Gene Stealers, Broodlord, and Warriors, they all took a mortal wound. And from the avalanche, the Blade Guard vets were finished off by the avalanche. The Emperor's Champ took a wound because of the avalanche. And the Eradicators also took a wound because of the avalanche. Everything's moved up here. The rest of the Tyranids have stayed still. So it's really as this flank is where it's all happening. As we move into the psychic phase. Here we go. Smite from the Hive Tyrant, which is going to hit the Emperor's Champ.
Yep.
So that...
Well, there's a 6, which means it goes off.
I'm going to have to let it go off. Okay. 5 up. Oh, how many?
D3.
So 1
sorry.
D3.
Sorry, I shouldn't have rolled both of those.
No, you should not.
That was complete. No.
So 3. The Emperor's Champion. Once again. Oh, has fallen. If he just made his charge into the... Oh, God, I'm so dropping stuff. Okay, next psychic power from the Hive Tyrant.
He's going to cast Horrify on those guys.
The Eradicators. I don't think that goes off on a 6. We'll double check. Here we have the Broodlord. What's he doing?
The Broodlord will be smiting.
Okay, it's going to hit the Assault Intercessors. That goes off.
D3.
2. He's absolutely fine. 5 up, feel no pains, just for being Black Templars.
Catalyst on the Hive Tyrant. And it goes off.
Yep,
Yeah.
so the Hive Tyrant is catalysed. Right, shooting phase. Shooting. Where would you like to start with your shooting? You can reach everything. You need to check if you're in 24 inches or not. If you're shooting with the Hive Guard.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna shoot at those guys.
With?
Hive Guard.
Check if they're in 24 inches.
Then...
No, so you're hitting on 5s.
I don't think that needs to be checked at that point. I'm sorry.
Come on, dear. How many dice you got? 2?
I got 1.
1. So there's 6 dice there.
Okay, so that goes
6 dice. Rolls of 1 to 4 automatically fail because of the blizzard. So that's 2 hits. A wounding on 3s on toughness 5. Oof! That toughness 5 made a
I
difference.
paid 1 point to reroll.
Finish your rest of your shooting phase first.
Okay, I will shoot with the venom cannon then.
Okay, who's he shooting at?
Uh,
Who's he shooting at?
oh, those guys.
Okay, how many shots?
3.
Hitting on 3s. What, 2 hits?
Yep.
Hitting on 3s because of the primers right next to him. 2 wounds. 2 go through, 2d3, do 1 at a time. First guy dies.
Come on.
Second guy is alive on 2 wounds. Okay. Death Spitter.
Yes, Death Spitter.
Into
Into him again.
Everything missed.
Okay.
What are you doing now?
If I was to shoot with the Hive Guard, could I split the shots?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Because he's such a danger, I'm going to put 2 shots from the Hive Guard, 2 of the guys from the Hive Guard into him, and then just 1 guy into the tank.
Yep, so this is spending 2 command points.
Yep, so I'm down to 1.
On total annihilation. So here's the 2 into the 1 guy. He gets hit once. He gets wounded once. And he dies. D3 plus 1 because of their Crusade upgrade, so he is done. 2 shots into the tank. Both miss.
Yeah, that's not as bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys need to die for me.
Right. Charge. Where would you like to charge?
Burn on into them.
Yep.
Let me quickly just measure up, see if we get something.
Okay.
Plus I have... Yep, I can reach that. And it would only be 11 inches. And
-2.
-2, okay, so I couldn't reach that.
+1 for adrenal glands.
Yeah, that's why I said I couldn't reach it.
Can't quite get the tank, so the tank will survive this turn. So we still need to roll the charges, because you might cause yourself mortal wounds, because of the snow. So the Broodlord takes a mortal wound. The Hormagaun's going in as well?
Yeah. And
so
the
roll
Hive
for them.
Tyrant.
Okay, let's just do the Hormagaunts, so they're fine, they're in. And the Hive Tyrant takes a mortal wound. So he's down to 6. And we'll just back him up with his bum. And just move everyone else in, and we'll get some dice together. Comes the Broodlord.
The Lord of Brooding.
6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Oof, oh dear, 3 hits. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling everything. Re-roll the 1. So 1's dead.
Oh, and that's an extra wound because of the 6.
Oh yeah, roll to see if it's a 6 again for the AP. No. So 3 saves at -3. Oh dear. How many damage are those each?
I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Probably here. That's 4 dead. So it's just the sergeant left. It's not worth the 2 points to interrupt. So Hive Tyrant, or do you want to try and kill him with Hormagaunts?
Hormagaunts.
6 attacks?
Yeah, since there's 3 of them 6.
Hitting on 4s. Reroll the 1. 3 hits, wounding on 5s. 1 wound. He's fine.
Okay, now it's time for the Hive.
Yeah, we'll do the Hive Tyrants. Get the dice together. Here we go. Reroll those 1s. Because of massive scything talons. Cool. Wounding on 3s. Oh dear. So if I roll a 6, so he's okay. And then 3 up, he's okay.
What?
So, now he's going to fight back.
That's not allowed.
That's hilarious.
That's a genius.
He's going to put everything into the Broodlord because he is a sergeant. He has a chainsword. He has a Crusade upgrade, and you charged him. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. 1 4-up save on the Broodlord. Takes a wound. So I lost 4 guys. There will be a morale there. So let's have a look. Is he going to run off? 5, 6, 7. Oh.
Does he?
Let me check. He ran away. He ran away.
He's a Templar, and he ran away.
I'm going to demote him. Repaint his crest on his shield. So that's not good enough. Yeah. He ran away. As we move into Black Templar, turn 3. The heavily damaged Dreadnought has wandered up. Decimus and the boys have moved up to get their pistols in range of the Gene Stealers. Crusaders here are holding on to the objective. He stays still because he's also holding the objective. The Terminators are here and they are ready to terminate.
Oh, yes.
What the hell was that? I'm so uncomfortable right now. Apologise to our viewers. So
I do not.
I'm to dominate. Mine's not even. You've ruined it now. We're going to try and kill the Hive Tyrant, and then we can just push up with them over the next couple of turns. It is an 11-inch charge because of the avalanche stuff. But we've got a lot of firepower to try and go into him. We're going to start with the heavily injured tank, which somehow is still alive. So we're going to start with his las cannons. Both missed. And now we'll go on to the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. There we go. Nice. 5 hits. 2 wounds at AP -1. It'd be easier if you stayed over here. 2 wounds. 1 wound because of his special armour. So he's down to 5. Gatling cannon. 2 hits. No wounds. Stubber. 2 hits. 1 wound at AP -1.
How much damage would this do?
Just the one. Crackstorm grenade launchers. 2 hits. 2 wounds. AP -1. Those are D3 apiece. Fragstorm grenade launchers. We have 10, 15, 19 shots. Ooh. 7 hits. 3 2-up saves, please, Jack. He's fine. And we go over to the Terminators. We're going to do the assault cannon. 5 hits. 1 wound at AP -1. He's fine. Stormbolters. Stormbolters. Lots of hits. Let's get all those 5s again. 1 wound. 1 2-up save. Well, that's something. He's down to 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolt guns. They've moved, so they can't rapid fire. Also into the Hive Tyrant. Oh. 5 hits. 1 2-up save. He takes another wound, he's down to 3. Heavy bolter, hitting on 4s because he moved. Everything missed. Okay, so he's down to 3 wounds. Just keep plinking him back down, little bits at a time.
Really annoying.
Alright, absolve a bolt pistol into the Gene Stealers. 1 hit. What's the strength? 1 5-up invulnerable save on the Gene Stealers, please. 1 dead Gene Stealer. 5 bolt pistol shot, heavy bolt pistol shot, sorry. So that's 4 hits. It's going into the Gene Stealers again. 2 5-up invulnerable saves, please. 2 more dead Gene Stealers. Heavy onslaught Gatling cannon from the Dreadnought. Yep, Jack just realised he forgot he'd catalysed the Hive Tyrants. Right, heavy onslaught Gatling cannon hitting on 5s because of damage. Wounding on 3s. 2 5-up invulnerable saves, please, Jack. 2 more dead Gene Stealers. They're going to have to do morale in a minute because there's no synapse nearby.
Yeah, you should 10.
That's fine, but how many have you lost so far?
5.
Yeah, so you could fail on a 6.
Okay.
How many Fragstorm shots? 8. 2 hits. No wounds. Am I in range with the heavy flamer? How many hits with the heavy flamer? 5. 2 5-up invulnerable saves, please. 2 more dead Gene Stealers.
Yeah, you make it harder for you to charge.
That's absolutely fine because you didn't really. Right.
That was the only one that made it a 10-inch.
I'll measure that up again in a second. Then. So I'm going to check that charge, but we've got, because of the snow, got 11-inch charge here with the Terminators into the Hive Tyrant, but I may as well. Yeah, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Nope, but I'm Black Templar, so I can re-roll it. Okay, one of them takes a mortal wound. Goddamn snow. And let's check the Dreadnought's charge. 11-inch charge. This is really risky in the snow. I can re-roll it, thankfully. 10. Oh! 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 Suit you, sir. Oh! 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 Right, so no charges from me. At the end of that battle round, we both scored 20. Because we don't have more than the opponent.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 or more. So I'm on 50, you're on 40. You need to have at least 1 turn, 2 turns. So you can spend this last 2 turns of getting me off objectives. You can turn it around. All I've got to do now is just hold on. Hold on to at least the same amount of objective as you for 2 turns. As we move to battle round 4, Tyranid turn 4, the snow has stopped, there's no more mortal wounds, but it's still slowing people down. Lost 7 Gene Stealers. There's no synapse nearby, so let's have a roll. So one of them runs away, and then roll 2 dice for the other 2, on a 1 or a 2. So the whole squad runs off. So actually, at the end of that turn, I hold more objective markers than you, so I'm on 60. Because your Gene Stealers ran away. You are not used to that happening, are you?
No.
No.
That is not okay.
No, that's going to cause you big problems. You've got more of a catch-up to do now. You need to knock me off 2 objectives.
I have plans.
Here we go. So, what have you done?
Okay. I've moved the Hive Tyrant up for the tank murder. The Broodlord's there, and he is in range with a 9-inch charge on the Terminators. I've already measured. We have the Tyranid Warrior and Tyranid Prime. They've moved up, they've advanced, both of them. So they've got the minus, but the Tyranid Prime's there to boost the Tyranid Warrior.
Yep.
The hopeful goal is to murder the Dreadnought with that. I have the Hive Guard back there still. I put the Hormigants near the objective marker as well as the Gene Stealer to make it harder for you to knock off.
Yep.
The Hive Guard, they've got a plan. I'm not telling you what it is, because they'll just counter it. Hopefully everything goes
much
well.
I can do to counter it. It's your turn. Anyway, Psychic Phase.
Psychic. I forgot Psychic existed. Oh my god, that makes everything so much
Because you
nicer.
potentially smite and scream that to death, and then you've got 2 big things to charge the Terminators.
I forgot
I thought that was your plan.
No, I didn't even have that as part of my plan. Thank you so much for reminding me of such a wonderful
What are you doing?
phrase. Smite.
Right. Declare things.
Sorry.
Who was that?
That was the tank.
Into the tank, so D6 mortal wounds. For 5. Hang on.
So.
5 up, feel no pains. Oh! Command point. Can you leave that on 2 because I didn't actually put it up in my last turn, didn't? No, he does. Does he explode? No. So goodbye to the repulsor who was just sat there all game, holding the objective, putting shots out. Sorry, that is actually on 7 now because he got healed up. Next psychic power then, please.
Okay. Psychic Scream with the
Hive Tyrant, yep. So that goes off, and D3 mortal wounds for 3. So one of them's down to 1 wound. It's so helpful the Black Templars have that 5 up fill up, and I hope we don't lose that with a new codex, but we'll see.
It is really
Broodlord. Broodlord, what's he doing?
Broodlord, he is going to start with a smite.
It goes off.
D3.
For 1. And he kill off a Terminator.
And then he's going to cast Catalyst on the Hive Tyrant.
And that goes off. Yeah, okay. So that's going well so far.
Yes, this is going much better than I expected.
Shooting. How do you forget psychic's a thing?
Yeah, this makes things so much less complicated for me.
Right. We'll decide where he's going first. Venom Cannon from the Warrior. He can see the Dreadnought just about. 3 shots. Hitting on 4s. Everything hits. Strength 9 because of its Crusade upgrade, so 1 wound. Got no command points left. So I do have the benefit of light cover. It's AP -2.
Yeah.
So this is a 4 up save.
Okay.
Jack's really tense right now. This is game changing.
This is a very game changing.
This could make such a difference to everything he's just wanted to do. There he is. And I fail the save. I'm going to save those two because when the Terminators get charged, they're going to want to interrupt and try and hit something. Does he explode? Oh, poo.
Yes.
2 seconds. D3 mortal wounds on Decimus for just the one, and he takes a mortal wound. Goodness sake. D3 mortal wounds on the squad for 1, and they take a mortal wound. So one of them's down to 1 wound. And then shots from... Yes, he's coming off, don't worry.
Tyranid Prime.
Yep.
Going into them.
So 4s, 1 hit. 1 wound. AP -1. Plinks off the guy on 1 wound. Now we go to the Hive Guard. Who are they shooting at?
They're shooting at that squad as well as Decimus.
You can't target him.
Oh, then just the squad.
The squad's still there.
My goal is for them to not be there that much longer.
3 hits because of the blizzard. Unless you're within 24. You can check it. We'll come back. Hits. Running on 2s. 2 at -2. Are they minus? These ones upgraded. Minus.
Yeah, they're Hive Guard, remember?
So
Hive Guard got the extra
okay,
-1.
that's what you have to say. So a 1 dies. That's not enough for them to suffer morale, so they are still there. I can still get back over to that objective. So this is going to be interesting because you need that one off me.
Yeah.
So would you like to do any charges? It's pacing, calm.
Okay, I'll stop pacing. Yes, I will be doing charges.
Yep. Who would you like to start with?
I'm going to start with the Hive Tyrant. I declare him into the Terminators.
Yep. I'm not going to overwatch.
18 of Termers.
So that's 4 because no, he flies, so he's not affected by it. So he is in. And the Broodlord. I'm guessing he's going in as well.
He needs a 9. Come on.
8. Did you include the -2 in that for the snow anyway? So no.
So I would have needed.
So you only got a 6 there. Right. So it's all on the Hive Tyrant. So apart from that, things went really well for you. So for the most part, yeah. I think it's gone okay. It's gone okay. So here come the attacks from the Hive Tyrant into the Terminators. Reroll the 1 because you must decide. Is he hitting on 2s or is he bracketed?
He's no longer bracketed because he got back to 7.
So that's 5 hits, wounding on 3s. Okay, so 4 up invulnerable saves. Oh boy.
Each of those is 3 damage.
I know.
Are they dead? Are those 3 dead?
I don't need to interrupt, so I will command point one of those. Yes. I'm going to keep the chain fist with the assault cannon.
Which knocks you off that objective.
It's still contested.
Yes, but that's not what makes me as happy.
Okay, so he's going to pile in.
That's not what I need to worry about.
And he's going to attack the Hive Tyrant, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. 1 4-up invulnerable save, please. For 2 wounds.
Okay.
Down to 5. Huh. Okay, that was interesting. That is the end of your turn. They lost 4 Terminators. So I can't remember what the leadership test is, but let's have a look. No, they're fine. Oh boy, there's not much left on this table, is there really? I've got my full Crusader squad. Decimus has taken a wound. I think I accidentally moved that die away. Apologies. 3 of them left, 1 Terminator left. That Broodlord got in as well. That would have done it.
That would have ended it.
I reckon. And then you'd have more objectives than me.
Yes, but now that it's contested instead, now we both have equal. So on the next turn, if I do it...
in my combat phase, you should probably kill him.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
well, hopefully for you.
Oh yeah. So then that would... And since we only get at the end of the turn, I could definitely have a good chance of winning this.
So, at the moment...
At the moment, this is anyone's game, it feels.
Well, the reason why I said you need to knock me off 2 was because at the moment, if you stay as you are and you have more than me, but I still have 2, you can force a draw. If you get me off another objective, then you can win by having 3 and me having only the 1 to score from. So that's what you got to do. As we move into Black Templar, 10-4. The Black Templars may be angry zealots, but they are not fools.
Sorry, that's just too
That is a line from, I think it's Voldemort's lore video on them. So we've pulled back here to hold on. These guys, yes, they're hiding a bit. They've got the Litany of Divine Protection on them for 5-up Feel No Pain, which they actually had last turn, but I forgot. Decimus has pulled back here with these guys just to hold on. We're going to put some shots into the Broodlord, but if he wants to get over here, he's going to have to advance to try and get out from the snow and over to me to take on these guys. That Terminator is probably going to die in my combat, in my fight phase. If he doesn't, that makes a huge difference. But let's see what happens. We're going to put the Heavy Bolter into the Broodlord, hitting on 4s because he moved. Everything missed. Brilliant. And then 8 bolt guns. Grab a couple more dice. I think that's 7. Here we go. So 8 bolt guns. Can't rapid fire because we moved. 5 hits. Winning on, oh, for goodness sake. Winning on 5s. 3 4-up saves. Ooh. He is absolutely fine as we go into
fight phase.
The fight phase.
Okay.
I will pop Vicious Riposte on there just for the hell of it. When I roll my saves, any 6s cause you a mortal wound.
Okay.
Just because. So if it does enough damage and I roll enough 6s, I could technically re-roll those 1s. He is bracketed now, but I don't think by that, is he bracketed enough for that?
Bracketed just makes it so that 3s, it goes from weapon skill 2 to 3.
Cool, so 5 hits, wounding on 3s. Right, so let's do the tail first. That's fine. And then, oh boy, he's been torn, shredded to tiny little bits. You can consolidate forwards. Oh boy, that was
bad.
literally. Anyone watching, if you've seen Starship Troopers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. What just happened to him? Oh, that was not good. Right.
Is that the end of the turn?
That is the end of that. So let's work out victory points. I go up to 80. Jack goes up to
70.
He's catching up. If he can knock me off another objective marker, or 2. Yeah. Battle round 5, turn turn 5. Let's see what happens. So we've moved the objective markers. This one's jumped behind. Some interesting things have happened. Hormigants were able to advance up enough so they now hold that objective, holds this objective, and this objective. Where's the big stuff gone, I hear you ask? Over here. 12-inch move from the Broodlord, advanced up, and the Flying Hive Tyrant just flaps gently and glided over. So this is not looking great for me as we move into the Psychic phase. Tyrant is going to...
Smite.
Okay, here we go. Oh, now do you want to re-roll that? He's only got 5 wounds. Oh, 6, sorry, because he heals that one.
I will, using my 1 command point, I will re-roll
Yep.
that.
So it still goes off. Decimus is going to try and stop this one. He gets a 6. What did you get?
I got a 7.
So it goes off
3.
for 1. One of them takes a wound. Ooh. Ooh.
Let's use my mentality to scream at them.
Yep. That goes off.
7 again.
2. So it's 1 dead. Another 1 on 1 wound.
Okay.
Broodlord.
He is going to first smite.
No, he's not.
Yep. And then he's going to cast Catalyst on the Hive Tyrant, which he makes.
Yep, because he goes up to 6 because he's got the Resonance Barb, which gives him +1 to casting. Also why he can cast 2.
Yeah.
Rather than just the 1. Okay, shooting.
Let's go to the Tyranid Warrior, who hasn't moved this time.
D3 shots. He can see the Assault Intercessors. 1 shot. Hit on 3s. Hits. Wounds. Saves. The Death Spitter in range?
Yeah, it's 24 inches.
Well,
that'd be
just check it.
Just check.
Because they're stood up on here being all dramatic and stuff.
No, that's
No, he's not. See? Okay. Hive Guard, who are they shooting at?
those guys.
I figured. 6 shots. Hitting on 5s.
Why 5s?
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been 3 hits, Jack.
I know.
That goddamn Blizzard.
That means I have
You've got to kill these guys.
Yeah.
And Decimus.
I mean,
Might.
I do have a good chance.
You've got a Hive Tyrant and a Broodlord that have charged them, so
Yeah.
it's not a good time for them as we move into the hungry phase. The Hive Tyrant, flappy, just the Crusader squad.
Yes, because I'm not gonna try and risk it.
I keep moving his wound counter. I don't know why. Okay, roll. Oh, there he's in. And Broodlord, looks like a 6-inch charge. Oh, let me check that.
Do it.
Broodlord didn't fancy
I
it.
physically can't do it.
You could make them run away.
Run away, yes.
You need to kill as many of them as possible to make them run off. And then there's still my turn of combat.
Yeah.
So unless I fall out of combat, you could kill them in my
And then
turn.
you'd have to move away as well.
I could still be within 3 inches, that's fine. Okay, here comes the attack. Everything hits. So that one can go. So this is -3.
Yeah.
So this is 6s. 3 die. 2, 3.
Is that morale?
So I've lost 4 this turn. So yes, that can force morale, but let me fight back first. Pylon! Pylon! Right, so 4 normal Space Marines who have been charged. Nothing. Sergeant who's been charged with Power Fist. 1 hit. 1 wound. 4 up invulnerable save. You're okay. Now for morale. They're fine. So, at the end of that battle round, I score 20. You score 30. We're both on 100. That's the zeros. Put them on the zeros. In this... Oh, no, wait, no. Sorry, I haven't had my turn yet.
Wait, so yeah.
So I'm gonna go and have a think for a second, because the option is I stay in combat, I try and fight, and I could end up losing, or I fall out of combat and force a draw. But I'm gonna go and have a think. With a mighty scream for the Emperor, Decimus has rushed forward. He levels his Absolver Bolt Pistol at the Broodlord. Hits once. Ooh. Doesn't wound, but he cares not, for that is not his true prey. He charges into the flank of the Hive Tyrant. He's going to reroll that because he doesn't cause himself a mortal wound. Runs all the way around behind him so that he's out of range of the Broodlord to be able to heroically intervene. Raises his Corrosius Arcanum, lightning flashing down the edges, and hits with everything. Wounds just the once, forcing you to a 4-up save, causing 2 wounds. And now the Hive Tyrant answers. Who's he attacking?
He's attacking the 5 guys.
Yep. I shouldn't have run all the way around. I'm no longer going to be able to contest that. But here we go.
that made me so happy when you did that.
Right, you're on 4 wounds. I'm guessing you're not hitting at your full
Yep, those 2s no longer.
Wounding on 3s. The squad will survive. So 3 6-up saves.
What?
1 dies. The squad stares at you levelly in the face, punches you in the knees. 3 hits. 1 2-up save. The sergeant will beat on you with his massive fist, and he hits twice. He does not wound though. It bounces off the soft, bloated underbelly of a hive tyrant that's eaten too many things.
Mostly Terminators.
At the end of that battle round now, I score 20, you score 30. It is indeed a draw. Somehow, that was so much fun.
That was amazing.
If you'd got that Broodlord into combat, that would have changed everything.
Yeah.
Just that one failed charge.
But yeah, that guy's definitely going to have a problem being demoted, isn't he?
He ran off.
Yeah, coward. How dare he? That's not the Black Templar way.
It is not at all.
Yeah.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that. That was actually really tense and took a hell of a lot longer to actually do than you will see in the video. I really hope you're enjoying the channel, guys. Always please give us feedback. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. We're always looking to improve. I'm trying to work on some new scenery and terrain and bits and pieces. I want to try and keep this as varied as possible. But obviously this isn't my full time, so there's only so much I can do. But I hope you've enjoyed. There's lots to come. This crusade, once wrapped up, will be followed by a 3-way crusade, which I believe will be Orcs, Tyranids, and Tau.
Yes.
Plus, I hopefully soon have a 2,000 point game of Tau versus Eldari coming up. So there's lots in the pipework. Let us know what you'd like to see. I have lots of toys. I want to play with all of them. Anyway, guys, happy wargaming. We'll see you soon.